SVS was originally known for their very high-value subwoofers, but when they entered the home speaker market, they wanted to do the same thing for speakers as they had done for subwoofers. The Prime series is poised to do just what the SVS subwoofers have done by surprising and delighting music lovers with far better performance than they could have imagined for what they cost. The SVS Prime wired speaker lineup consists of 6 different speakers that give you a plethora of choices when putting together a home theater system. SVS has made it really easy to bring immersive home theater sound into your home with a solution for just about any physical situation. There are 2 tower speakers, a bookshelf, and a center channel. But SVS has 2 other models that allow you a lot of flexibility in setting up a Dolby Atmos home theater system. The Prime Elevation and Prime Satellite speakers are real problem solvers for surround and Dolby Atmos height speakers. This brief SVS Prime series speakers overview will help you understand each model in the series so you'll be better informed on which models work best to provide you with great sound for your home theater or 2-channel music system. If you want to read more on the SVS Prime speaker lineup, head over to audioadvice.com by clicking the link in the description. Along with this review, you'll find hundreds of other reviews, comparisons, buyer's guides, and much more. Now, let's get started. The first thing that will stand out to you when you pick up or move around a Prime model is just how solid the cabinets are. And just like their subwoofers, these guys are stout on the weight scale due to their solid cabinets and massive drivers. The cabinets also have chamfered edges to improve the speaker's imaging. To further reduce cabinet interference, SVS mounts the speaker components to a front baffle made in a much thicker piece of MDF. Construction like this greatly reduces cabinet resonance and colorations, allowing the drivers to just do their job. All of their 3-way designs use multiple woofers for increased speed, with each woofer driver given its own internal cabinet with a small rear firing port for each one. This lowers distortion, and the multiple smaller ports allow you to position them closer to a rear wall without having to worry about the port being too close to the wall. If you can't have all identical speakers in your surround system, the next best thing is to have them all using the same types of speaker drivers. With the Prime series, the tweeters are identical across the entire product line. The 1-inch aluminum dome tweeter uses a specially designed diffuser which yields a very open and effortless top end that never sounds the least bit harsh. All of the 3-way systems and the Prime Elevation use the same 4.5-inch driver to cover the critical mid-range frequencies. Like the woofers, these use a polypropylene cone with a unique cast ABS fiberglass composite basket for perfect alignment of the speaker components. For those of you new to higher performance speakers, the job of the crossover is to send the correct parts of the music to each speaker driver. Many speaker companies, trying to hit a price point, will cut corners with the crossovers as the customer never sees it since it's buried inside the speaker. SVS cuts no corners here. They use premium grade capacitors, air core inductors, and heavy trace printed circuit boards. All of the Prime series speakers have very slender cabinets, allowing them to blend easily into most environments. We'll start with the Prime Elevation speaker, as this one is such a great problem solver, not only for creating great SVS systems, but for use as an Atmos height or surround speaker in any home theater. The 4.5-inch driver coupled with the aluminum dome tweeter provides plenty of output for a variety of uses. Its shape and super cool mounting bracket make it a wonderful problem solver. The angle design is meant to be mounted high up on the sidewalls, aiming the sound right at the listener. Their special mounting brackets make this very simple and, in a lot of cases, will give you better Atmos effects than the traditional in-ceiling speakers or height speakers that bounce off the ceiling. But SVS didn't stop there, as the bracket allows you to mount the speaker sideways as well. Ideally, you want your side surround speakers to be pretty much even with your main listening spot. But this may not be physically possible in your room. With the Prime Elevation, you can turn it sideways and use it as a side surround placed a few feet back from your main seats. Or if you had to spread your rear speakers too far apart, you could use a pair of them to help angle the surrounds back in. Finally, 3 of these could be used on a low shelf under a TV to angle the sound up towards the seating area for your front 3 channels. We honestly can't think of a more flexible speaker on the market. Next is the Prime Satellite speaker, It's the smallest and most cost-effective SVS speaker. Starting at just $270 a pair, depending on the finish, the Satellite uses the same speaker driver as the Prime Elevation, but in a much smaller cabinet. The Satellite makes a great surround or rear speaker, or in a small room, could be used with a subwoofer for a great little 5.1 surround system. The Prime Satellite comes with a keyhole insert on the rear side, meaning hanging them on a wall is super easy. Don't let the low price fool you either. This is another good example of how SVS products perform so well for their price. It uses the same tweeter found in their top-of-the-line Prime speaker with just a smaller version of the woofer. These little guys on a small speaker stand throw out a huge soundstage with great detail. They do need a little subwoofer to reach the lower octaves as they roll off about 70 Hz, but you will be very impressed with their detail and dynamics. Up next is the Prime Bookshelf. This is a two-way speaker using the SVS 6.5-inch woofer coupled with their aluminum dome tweeter. These are fairly large in size, standing at about over 13 inches tall and weighing over 15 pounds. Considering these start at just under $500 a pair, depending on their finish, they are another great SVS value. The bookshelf speaker category is a very competitive marketplace, with just about every speaker brand vying for your attention. When you look at the way the Prime Bookshelf is put together compared to the competition, you wonder how SVS pulled it off for around $500 a pair. Then, once you give them a spin, you'll be very impressed at the clear and airy soundstage they can throw out, keeping up with some of the much more expensive bookshelf brands. Now, we'll move on to the Prime Tower speaker. The dual woofers provide deep bass down to an impressive 30 Hz, and the slim cabinet allows these guys to image way out beyond the sides of the speaker when properly set up. We do feel they need a good amp to really come to life, but their price allows you to buy into a better amp or receiver. With their fast and effortless bottom end, coupled with a smooth and open sound, these can equally be at home in a great 2-channel audio system or home theater space. The second tower speaker is the Prime Pinnacle speaker. The Prime Pinnacle, at a starting price of about $1,600 a pair, is the newest model in the Prime lineup and has already garnered a ton of accolades in the home audio and theater press. SVS designed a brand new 5.25-inch mid-range driver for the Pinnacle, which is positioned above the tweeter in the cabinet. This driver uses the same type of fiberglass cone used in the SVS Ultra series, giving it extreme clarity and openness. The mid-range and each of the 3 woofers all have separate internal enclosures. On paper, the Pinnacle only goes 1 Hz deeper in frequency response than the Prime Tower, but to us, the sonic presentation of the bass is faster with a lot more impact. Their soundstage is big and wide with very smooth tonal balance. Like the Prime Tower, you'll extract a whole lot more from the Pinnacle with a power amplifier or receiver that has the guts to bring out their best. Finally, we have the Prime Center speaker. This center channel delivers big with a 3-way design you would normally expect to pay about twice as much for. The two 5.25-inch woofers in separate enclosures can deliver the impact of big special effects quite well. And like all of the Prime speakers, the tweeters are identical, meaning the transitions across the soundstage will be totally seamless. The Prime Center is the perfect match for every possible Prime configuration you could dream up. We hope this brief overview of the Prime series from SVS gives you some great ideas on how to start assembling your dream home theater system. With so many possible combinations you could put together, feel free to give us a call, chat with one of our experts at audioadvice.com, or stop into one of our Raleigh or Charlotte, North Carolina showrooms to discuss the best options for your room and home theater dreams. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great home audio and home theater content. We'll see you next time.